What is the emotional impact of different musical intervals? Have you ever noticed how certain sounds can make you feel a specific way? This is especially true with musical intervals, which are the distances between two pitches. Each interval carries its own emotional weight, influencing how we experience music, particularly in spiritual contexts where sound and vibration are believed to connect us to higher states of consciousness. At the heart of musical intervals is the measurement of frequency differences between notes. Some intervals, known as perfect intervals, include the octave, perfect fifth, and perfect fourth. These intervals are based on simple mathematical ratios and are often seen as harmonious and uplifting. They reflected natural principles found in the harmonic series, making them important in many spiritual music traditions. Let's break down some of these intervals. The octave, which occurs when the frequency of one note is doubled, symbolizes unity and completeness. It often evokes feelings of transcendence and a connection to the divine. The perfect fifth, on the other hand, is associated with balance and strength. It acts as a grounding force, helping us focus spiritually. Then we have the perfect fourth, which sits between the earthly and spiritual realms. This interval can feel like a movement beyond the physical, symbolizing ascension or reaching for higher consciousness. It represents a threshold between our outer world and inner spiritual experiences. Moving on to other intervals, smaller intervals like minor seconds and minor thirds can create feelings of tension or sadness. In spiritual music, these intervals might express devotion or the soul's yearning. Larger intervals, such as major sixths and sevenths, tend to convey joy and expansiveness, inspiring feelings of upliftment and spiritual awakening. One particularly interesting interval is the tritone. Historically seen as dissonant, it represents tension and mystery. In spiritual contexts, it can symbolize the unknown or the transformative journey between dualities. Emotional responses to these intervals can vary based on cultural and contextual factors. However, in spiritual music, the focus is often on how these sounds impact our vibration and consciousness. For instance, ascending intervals can create a sensation of rising awareness, while descending intervals may lead to grounding and inward reflection. Musicians and composers in the spiritual realm use these intervals intentionally to guide emotional and meditative states. By combining intervals that evoke peace, tension, or transcendence, they create soundscapes that facilitate healing, contemplation, or connection to higher realms. Different musical intervals shape our emotional experiences, guiding us from grounding and balance to ascension and spiritual awakening. This makes them powerful tools in the practice and experience of spiritual music.